My girlfriend and I recently moved into our new house. It's honestly the home we've been dreaming of, the perfect fit for us. We have a cat named Bella, whom we rescued together. So everything felt perfect when we first moved in. The only downside at first was the house to our right. It looked abandoned as the owner had started renovating it, but never finished. The layout of the houses is such that on our right, there is a space for the entrance to our back garden, and next to that is the abandoned house's entrance to its back garden. There is no fence separating the two as the owner removed it to install a new one, but never completed the job, leaving both back gardens with open access. Behind the abandoned house is another property separated by a fence. From what we could see, several young men lived there. Occasionally, when we returned home, we'd see them cutting through the neighbor's back garden to reach the front of the street. We didn't think much of it at first. Maybe they knew the owner and had permission. Fast forward to our first night in the new house. We were sitting in the back garden, enjoying the space, and looked up at the houses behind us, just out of curiosity. That's when we noticed a man staring blankly at us from a window. He wasn't hiding it. He made it very obvious. There was no expression on his face, and the room was dark, which made the whole thing even more unsettling. We assumed he was just curious about his new neighbors. But after half an hour of that blank stare, we decided to go inside. The next few days were normal. I went to work, and my fiancée continued unpacking. One night, we decided to sit in the garden again. It was dark, but we enjoyed looking at the stars and having deep conversations until we heard the makeshift wooden board fence being moved. 3 men appeared standing there staring at us. "Are you okay?" I asked, knowing they wouldn't leave unless I said something. The youngest-looking one, around 29, was holding a big bag, and we had no idea what was inside. He offered us some stolen washing-up tablets, which we declined. I made a joke about it because the situation felt so awkward. He smiled and said, "Okay," and then they left. What struck me was how they just let themselves into our garden without saying anything, like as if they had every right to be there. We went back inside thinking it was a one-off, but it all started getting worse from there. They began helping themselves into our garden more often and acting in ways that were clearly meant to intimidate us. They would get into the next door house by lifting up